Okay, hello. This is Time Lord Broadcasting coming at you with the best parts to build a $500 computer. This will be part of a series quick series that shows what the best computer parts. Because if you're gonna get a computer, you should build one because you can get a way better computer for less. And because the companies have to pay for labor, the big guys got to get some money, all that stuff. So this is the $500 computer setup. Now the place you find this on is Amazon, preferably for me is Amazon, and but you can also find it on Newegg.com. So this is the setup. I will link everything in the description, and I will put the simplified names for everything above everything. So basically, the basic parts you need for a computer are a hard drive, CPU, or processor. And when you get your CPU, that's the first thing you should pick out, because that decides what motherboard you get. And Intel or AMD, both really good companies. They make quality silicon chips for your computers. Intel is my favorite just because I know more about them. AMD is really good too. So motherboard, you need this. Intel has its motherboards are made for Intel and AMD because they both have different setups of how it's made or what it looks like, kind of. Basically on AMD you have this chip type thing, and not a potato chip. It's a chip that has these little things pointing out that you have to put into the motherboard. But Intel has that's AMD, and Intel has little slots for the pointy things to be kind of placed in there. So very important to choose. And Intel, the motherboard decides what memory you have. And memory is a word, or short for memory is RAM, kind of. It's not exactly what it's short for, but RAM is memory. Now there's 16 gigabytes. That's the best. 8 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes. The one I have set up here, that's not the that's the one I was talking about. This one has about 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty good, considering this MacBook Air is a really good computer and it only has 4. So basically, here's the simplified version of everything. That's just an AMD processor. That hard drive can hold 500 gigabytes, which is a lot of gigabytes, if you didn't know. But you could have more if you wanted a gaming supercomputer. And this graphics card is 1 gigabyte. 1.2 gigabytes. And Minecraft to run takes less than 384 megabytes. So that can handle much more than Minecraft, this computer. And the graphics card is like the bread and butter for gamers. You want a really good graphics card to play your games. Again, it's just RAM. If you build this computer and you say oh, YouTube sucks, it keeps buffering, that's not the computer's problem, it's your internet's problem. It might be partly your computer's problem, but it's mainly the internet. And so this is an AMD motherboard because I have an AMD processor. I know I said Intel I think is a little bit better. I can't really compare them. I guess it's just more of I prefer that. And it doesn't really matter what case you get as long as it can fit anything. And this is a 80 Plus. This is a company called 80 Plus. It's a power supply that holds power and gives it power to run. And that's pretty much 80 Plus is the best brand. If you see a tab on this right here, it says gaming. Just go for the 80 Plus. It's a lot better. And then the DiskDrive finally, so you can play discs. That doesn't really matter. They can be $8 to $20. and this is $500. I will link this in the description for you guys.